Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to episode 10, part 2 of my golf vlog series at Bristow Manor Golf Club. I just want to say I appreciate the feedback on my last video regarding having 9 holes or 6 holes per video. 9 holes was the overwhelming choice, so I will do 9 hole videos from now on. And maybe once in a while I'll throw in a special 18 hole video to celebrate certain subscriber milestones. So if you guys want to see 18 hole videos, smash that subscribe button if you haven't already and click the bell. And I'll do 18 hole videos every time I hit a new milestone. I'm thinking every 10,000 subscribers I get, I'll do an 18 hole special episode to celebrate the occasion. Speaking of that, it looks like we will hit 20,000 subs tonight or tomorrow, and I cannot thank you guys enough for being an awesome and engaged audience. And because of that, I have 12 holes for you guys today instead of the customary 9 holes. So let's hop into the video. So as you can see, I haven't really played this hole too well to this point. You can see that bunker shot. You actually might have seen that ball at the very edge of the camera. I came so close to hitting that camera. I probably came within a foot of hitting it. So I'm sure one of these days I'll ring that camera's bell pretty good. Hopefully it doesn't happen for a while. So now I got about a 15-footer left for par. And pulled it a little bit. So dropped a shot there. So now 3 over for the round through 7 holes. So not the best start. This was definitely a very difficult course, and I definitely would have played it a lot differently these first 6-7 holes. Probably would have hit a lot more irons off the tee. So now hole 8, par 3, and sound up. So this was a really great shot here. It was a very difficult hole, 240 some yards, and hit a really good shot to the left center of this green. And you can check it out. It's backspinning from 240 yards. So that's definitely probably one of the biggest advantages of my distance is I can attack a 240-yard par 3 like that, or I can be really aggressive and not worry about trying to hold the green. So thought that'd be kind of cool to show how much spin you can get on a ball with that kind of speed and that kind of distance. So now I have a very good look at birdie on probably, in my opinion, the toughest hole in the course, and hit a terrible putt. I think, because I remember in videos earlier, I've been leaving a lot of putts short. I remember my headspace here was just don't leave it short. So I guess the way I'm going to address my issue of leaving putts short is get them to the hole first and then start focusing on trying to make the putt. So now sound up again. That was a pretty solid strike right there. Blooded out to the right a bit, but it was still a good spot. So in a position where I can really attack this hole here. I have a 46-degree wedge here, 138 yards away. You can see the pin there at the left center of the green. So this is definitely a green light here to try to get a shot back. Just got to be mindful of the wind. So you can see trying to flight it down a bit. Pulled it a bit left, but the wind's holding it off from hooking left of the green. So not a terrible shot. I think I left myself about 15 to 20 feet here, just left of the pin, a little bit under the hole. So another really good shot. And as I'm watching this playback, I've noticed that, especially at this golf course, I'm probably much better off just hitting irons off the tee, because ever since I've started hitting irons off the tee on hole, I guess just hole 8, but you guys will see as I continue to play, my game really starts to tighten up a little bit towards the end of this round, because I stop hitting it all over the place with the driver and I start hitting irons off the tee and getting myself in a good spot. And let me know if you guys be interested in seeing that kind of video. I know Rick Shields did it, where he played with a caddy. So I'd be very interested to see what would happen for my game if I played with like a tour caddy. Be interested to see how he would help me make decisions on the course. So if you guys are interested in seeing that, let me know. I think that'd be a pretty cool video to do. And so here, another really good shot off the tee, once again with an iron, putting myself in a great position, dead center of the fairway. Hitting a bit into the wind here, so I choked down a little bit, hit a 9-iron from 155 yards. It is a little uphill, so probably playing more like 165, 168. So just trying to attack this course and attack this hole again. Hit a really great shot here, really nice flight. Really good distance control here, and this was right over the pin. You'll see pretty quickly here, I hit this really close. So just hit it about maybe 10, 12 feet over the pin, and it pretty much checked up and ended up right where it landed. So another really great looking birdie. So just trying to get a good feel for these greens and hit another just absolutely embarrassing putt. once again, I think this is me putting a lot of pressure on myself to convert on these putts because this, as you can see, this was a very windy day. So my weakness is hitting into the wind. So I think when I give myself a really good look at birdie, I put a lot of pressure on myself to make it because I don't know if I'll get another one anytime soon. But onto this par 3 and sound up again. You guys might have seen this shot on my Instagram page. I posted this probably a couple days ago. This is probably my favorite shot from the entire episode. Just really felt good. Brought it in from the right. I was a little bit short. The wind did gust up a little bit. If I hit a 7-iron here, it probably would have been about 5 feet away. But still, when you're looking at 200-yard par 3s, you're always happy to be putting. So I've been playing the par 3s pretty well so far this episode. And as you guys know, that is something I have struggled with in the past. But definitely doing a lot better on them now. So pretty good putt there. Ran it by a few feet. But something I've been thinking about, one of the things I think I'm going to do, I think will improve my game a lot. If I can get really, really good inside 5 feet, like close to tour level, meaning like almost bulletproof, that's probably going to give me a lot more leisure when I have these birdie putts. I can really give them a good run, knowing that I can put them 4 or 5 feet past the hole and still have a guaranteed par, more or less. And I think what's really holding me back from being able to be more aggressive like I should with these putts is the lack of confidence I have over my short putting. So I think once I get to that point where my short putting is really good, I'll be able to start attacking the putts a lot better. So now we got my approach shot into this par 5 hole. I'm just trying to work this ball up and around that little tree there. The pin is just right of that trunk on the far right. Unfortunately, I do pull this just a bit, so it ends up catching a piece of that tree. Didn't catch so much that it disrupted the flight significantly, but I ended up not going as far as I wanted to. It left me about probably 20-25 yards left, but pretty good position. So I had a really good lie here, so I could be a little bit aggressive and put some spin on this and land it all the way onto the green. As you can see, that's pretty much what I did. Checked up really nicely. So playing this hole pretty well so far. Got about 3.5, 4 feet here for birdie. Very straightforward putt. It's one of those putts where you just say, all right, pick your line, make your stroke. Let's get out of here with a birdie. And that's what I did. And I think the more you can simplify putting in terms of the thought process, the better you tend to putt. So that's what I've always been trying to do over the last couple weeks to improve my putting. So now sound up again. So this one didn't quite hit it very solid. You can see club speed's in the low 120s, ball speed's only 168. So the toe dug in a little bit here, and I flared it out to the right. You can see it's just short of that bunker out there. So I had a really, really bad lie here. You'll notice how much I'm choking down. So the reason I'm doing that is I'm trying to compress the swing as much as I can so that I can control the ball a little bit. Obviously, I'm not going to have the control I'd like, but the more you can choke down, the more control you have over the club and the more control you have over the ball. So that's what I'm trying to do here. But again, just a terrible lie. And yeah, I gave up on that really bad. And I was really upset there because the pin's on the right edge of that green, and I know what this means by missing right. So and there you go. I mean, I have basically no green to work with. The green runs away from me too, so I'm just going to go for it here. And you guys might have seen me play River Creek a couple weeks ago. I hit a flop shot that actually hit the flagstick and almost went in. And that's why it's a tough shot, because you'll have outcomes like that, and then you'll have outcomes like you just saw here where I undercut it just a little bit too much and left myself a really tough short chip and hit it by. And the margin of error on those flop shots is so small. Undercutting it to the point where you leave it short of the green and have a chip still versus catching it just right and landing it just on the green is so small that even the best pros in the world sometimes have issues with it. So I probably should have just taken my medicine, hit a lower chip, and let it run out to 25 feet. But, I like to take risks sometimes. But I got burned there. Walked away with the double, so that was a very ugly hole. And now this hole, I hit a really good tee shot here. It's only 178 yards, but it was into me. And right about now, the wind shifted completely downwind. So this was right at the pin. I hit a good shot, and you can see by the carry there, this carried 25, 30 yards over the green. This was my fault because I was counting too much on the wind to be a certain way. What I should have done is choke down and made a really compressed swing, knock some spin off, and then that would have taken away the wind's ability to change how far the shot would fly. So a little bit of a course management fail there, but just trying to deal with it the best I can right now. Hit a pretty good chip here. I didn't have a very good lie, so I was just trying to explode it out, make a good swing at it. So now I've left myself about 7 feet left for par here. So again, have a pretty good feel for this putt. I know which way it's breaking, so I'm just going to make a good stroke. And really great save there. So as I said earlier, I'm playing the par 3s really well. I think I'm even par, which is crazy for me for par 3s. So that's great. Now on hole 15, still 4 over and sound up. So another really good tee shot. Just straight down the gut. Leave myself a great spot left for my approach shot into the hole. So wind's starting to die a little bit. Still pretty crazy, but it is starting to die a little bit, which is good. So now I have 115 yards left, 50-degree wedge, and these are shots that I'm just trying to dial my distance in, get a good feel for it. And if I ever do take extra practice swings, I will do it on these shorter wedge shots. I do like to play pretty quick, but I take a lot more time over half shots because I'm spinning. I think what a lot of people don't realize, but are pretty quick to realize once I explain it, is when you have the speed I have, it's a lot harder to throttle down and hit a certain club speed number that isn't full speed because you have so much more club speed to gain when you're knocking some speed off. So I take some extra swings to try to really feel it out, and you can see there I just missed my number by like 3 yards, and it left me a really awkward chip shot. If that flew another 2 yards, it probably would have been where I am right now except for birdie. So now I have about probably 3.5, 4 feet left for par. Just trying to make a good stroke and kick this one in, and yep. Did not hit a good putt there. It was a combination of not so good of a putt and not a very good read either, so yeah, that wasn't very good. So now I'm 5 over for the round, hole 16, par 5, and just trying to put a good shot on the fairway here. So really hit a low worm burner here, but it was a great shot. Ran it out pretty good too. That's exactly where I wanted to put it. And now I'm in a good position to try to get a shot back here. At this point, it was starting to get pretty dark. This round took like 4 hours and 40 minutes because this was afternoon and groups were pretty slow. So it took a lot of patience to, just stay within myself, especially because I was playing pretty quick myself. So now I have a 3-iron here, playing a bit of a cut, and this is right at the pin. Unfortunately, I didn't really account for how much colder it was getting, and I definitely wanted to make sure I wouldn't go long. So check this out. You can see the pitch mark there. So that's probably about 3 feet of backspin from 255 yards. It's definitely a nice little advantage to have. If I could have carried that another 10 yards, that probably would have been a kick-in eagle, or at least a very makeable eagle putt. So still a good spot. Played this hole pretty well so far. Trying to chip it up, and unfortunately I landed this a little too firm and it ran by probably about 10 or 12 feet. So not the greatest chip there, but I still have a makeable birdie putt. And again, I really don't ever think I got very comfortable on these greens all day. They were very foreign to me. I definitely wish I would have been able to figure out these greens a little better than I did. I might start using some green reading techniques like aim point and other things like that to get a little better feel for those greens. But I definitely don't have any excuse because these greens were rolling perfect, and I just am not a good putter. But I'm going to definitely work to improve that this year. So now on hole 17, still 5 over. Sound up. As you can see, I pulled this one a bit. Kind of just, club face is pretty square. I just came over the top too much, and you can see I pulled it into those trees on the left. And so now I got a bit of an awkward shot here. The one good thing is the wind is still up, but it's died a lot, so it's going to allow me to hoist this over the tree instead of, if it was 2 hours earlier, I probably would have had to play it under that tree. So you can see here I'm trying to pull it just a bit left to get around that tree to my right and get it up and over the tree on the left, and that's exactly what I do. Wind does pull it a little bit left, but I still hit a really, really good shot from there. I think I left myself about 25, 30 feet, and I'll take that every day of the week and twice on Sunday from where I was. So now about a 25-footer trying to get that shot back that I dropped a few holes ago. and made a pretty good stroke. Just once again left it a bit shy, and I've found that as it gets pretty dark, I start having issues with distance perception and depth perception, so I get a little more timid on my putts because I'm trying to make sure that I don't 3-jack, because that's obviously always something I have to work to avoid doing. So now on hole 18, still 5 over, and about to melt a 2-iron here. This is another hole I would have benefited from some local knowledge because I actually hit it through the fairway here. And one thing that made this course really tough was the fairways ended so short. So like you had no choice. If you wanted to hit from the fairway, you were going to be hitting a 160-yard shot into the hole. So that took away a lot of my advantage, meaning the fairway would only end at 280, 290. So even if someone could only drive at 280, it didn't matter because I'm not going to be able to hit it more than 280 either and keep it in the fairway. So this really was a nice challenge all around in terms of challenging myself, because with the wind and the course setup is a lot of fun. I'm honestly quite happy with how I played this round. I think it definitely could have been a lot worse if I had a little bit more stuff that wasn't tied up and nice and tight. So now I got about probably 40 feet here and made a really great roll and just left it short. So I'll tap that in for a 5 over 77. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.